You know how when you've identified a problem and you start searching around trying to find where the solution is, you go to your normal suspects, you ask around to people who are using the product. I had a specific issue that I needed solved, a piece of software. I thought, man, it's just got to be out there somewhere. I started asking friends, and they'd had the same problem, but they didn't really have a solution. I started Googling and watching reviews, and all of a sudden, as you will and as you expected, I got a ping on one of my social media networks saying, hey, here's the solution you need. It was a piece of software that did absolutely everything I needed. I got excited, but as usual, you just can't buy it. You got to have a conversation with someone. So I called up, and the salesperson got on, and we started talking. And it was not an inexpensive piece of software, but absolutely worth it. And they said, well, why are you interested? I explained my issue, I explained my problem, and they're like, oh yeah, well, we don't have that feature anymore. I don't understand why marketing still talks about it. We get all these calls all the time. That's a classic example. First of all, you sit there and you're just astounded. Okay, I got all excited about the solution to this product, and all of a sudden, it doesn't exist. I'm like, really? You took it out? I've never heard of a company that takes software out. Well, yeah, it didn't work with some of the other things, so we decided to take it out. It wasn't that important. So not only is the marketing department not doing well, the sales department isn't talking to the marketing department and blaming it in front of the customer, and then telling me that the thing I was most excited about doesn't do very well and it's not there anymore. This is a classic problem. If you have a marketing and sales department and they are two separate institutions, they have a tendency to go with what the trend is in the marketing without having a conversation with the sales. I'd like you to think about sales and marketing as two separate ideas. The marketing people are bringing you to the forefront, bringing customers to the forefront, and the salespeople are closing the sale and making sure it happens. So if the marketing people are bringing people in and they're disconnected with the salespeople, you've got a massive problem, and you have to fix that immediately. Especially if the salespeople and marketing people are not on the best terms, this is displayed to the customer and the customers will walk away. The invisible wall between sales and marketing is costing you millions. Market leaders aren't winning because they have better teams. They've mastered the art of marketing and sales that work on one revenue-generating machine. And this can be a lockstep process for you, but it has to be one that is created and set up appropriately. There has to be conversation. There has to be a clear demarcation between marketing, bringing people in, and sales, closing the deal. If they're not aligned and not having a conversation and not giving feedback to one another, you've got a massive issue. A lot of the times the salespeople will be finding issues or objections that they're having to overcome. Really what you should be doing is in the marketing department, overcoming those objections before they even get there. They should not be an individual who is already needing to be convinced during the sales process. They need to be convinced in the marketing process so the sales can overcome the last of the objections and make the sale. So if marketing isn't talking to sales and sales isn't talking to marketing, or they're going about and doing it differently, you've got a major hiccup that's going on. The ability for you as an owner of a company to integrate between those two becomes incredibly valuable. Are you on a regular basis listening to the sales calls, listening to the customer complaints? Is marketing listening in on those sales calls? Are salespeople going out and watching the marketing to see what's going on? Is there cross-pollination in that conversation? If not, this is one of the things that can improve your business exponentially. Because if your marketing is coming in and there is a disconnect, and customers don't like disconnects, it is so easy just to go on to the next ad or go on to the next bit of information, especially in our digital world. If they've actually gotten to the point of a salesperson, that salesperson should be able to qualify and get them sold relatively quickly if marketing is doing a good job. If marketing is just funneling all of the people directly to the salespeople, and the salespeople have to do all the qualification, all the teaching, and all of the closing, they're doing too much work. Marketing needs to actually start the qualification process before they even get to sales. Salespeople are valuable and they're good at what they do, but you have to use them effectively. You can't use them as a funnel as well as the closing. That misalignment alone has changed the way markets work. has changed the way people interact. Creating that misalignment is one of the first things I look for. Is the marketing doing what the sales is going to do? And maybe you say, well, I don't have any salespeople. Is the sales page aligned with the marketing? Is the messaging on the sales page, is the messaging on the thank you, is the messaging in the first time you touch base aligned with the marketing? Are your customers getting what you want? If they start dropping off on a regular basis, start looking to make sure that that alignment's there. Most of the time, you'll find it's not. What I'd love you to do is take a look at your marketing. And if you haven't listened in or watched the sales process, sometimes some of the most painful things around, it will be enlightening for you to do. Take a few minutes and look at how your marketing and sales and making sure it's aligned. Not by having conversations with people who are doing it, by actually how the customer walks through. Have you gone through your sales process lately? Have you done a secret shopper as you go through to find out if they're actually selling, how they're selling, and how they're dealing with objections? Have you gone to the salespeople and had a list of the top 25 objections? Do the top 25 objections go into the marketing so the marketing can actually pre-qualify? If you take a look at those, you'll actually help yourself on a regular basis. What I'd like you to do in the comments is tell me what your favorite alignment has been. If you've had a good experience, what's your favorite good experience? And if you could give us a link, that'd be even greater so we can continue this conversation. I look forward to talking to you later.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode on the Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Want to transform your business with expert strategies? Schedule your strategy session today by clicking the link in the description below. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained. See you in the next video.